This Independence Day weekend, kick your party off with a bang. DeWeather Center presents the first annual DeWeather Cares Charity Softball Classic, presented by the National Racing Network. The Palmerton Boobies, DeWeather Center Bluecocks, Blue Mountain I-95ers, Pocono Front Platers, Schuylkill County Crackers, Reading Nurses, Catasauqua Blue Tits, and Beltsville Lake Monsters will take the field in Emerald. Find out more on Facebook at DeWeather Center. DeWeather Center, offensively accurate. If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Limits Texas and the Texas Motor Speedway. And tonight, the iRacing Silver Crown Series will take to this 1.5 mile oval for round number 7. Reconfigured just a handful of years ago. Basically 1.5 miles, 1.46 to be specific. Let's get you all the details on this world-class facility. Located in Denton County, Fort Worth, Texas. Like we mentioned, 1.5 miles. Turns 1 and 2 banked at 20 degrees. Turns 3 and 4 banked at 24 degrees. It's where turns 1 and 2 is where the big remodel happened 3 or 4 years ago. For those who might be new to the series, Silver Crown cars constructed by C&R. They're 355 cubic inch V8 power plants, making 819 horsepower. It's a direct drive transmission, so no shifting gears anymore as of 2021 Season 2. It's a 102-inch wheelbase, 1,600 pounds, top speed of 170 plus miles per hour, and don't be surprised if they hit numbers like that this evening. Qualifications currently ongoing. Let's get you the race rules. Tonight's race will be 67 laps. Cautions are on and controlled by the iRacing software. Restarts are single file. Lap cars head to the back, and there is one attempt available at a green-white checkered finish. I want to remind everybody during our live broadcast, viewers can show their support of the National Racing Network on Patreon. Also, on Facebook, you can shoot us some stars our way. We greatly appreciate when you're able to do that for us, but I want to get this one in as well. Head on over to patreon.com/National Racing Network. That's how you can get in on all the fun and frivolity in our Discord server and get some behind-the-scenes peeks at everything as well. Pretty cool announcement earlier this week. In fact, in the last day or so, Alec Coates checking in on the Facebook line here. Pumped to have you guys on board with the Ezra Indy Series. We cannot wait. These are about half-distance races in the NTT IndyCar Series. Really looking forward to seeing that series kick off here in just about a week or so now. I think May 6th should be opening night for those cars. Qualifications currently ongoing. Let's pick up one of those drivers you'll see in the Ezra Series, James Watson. He is working lap number 1. Derek Love, quickest of the lot so far, 29.34 seconds. 29.40 for Mike McConville. Thomas Lewandowski, Wayne Hutchison, Tyler Shattuck. Rounding out the top 5, James Watson coming in at a 29.65 seconds. About a third of a second off a quick time, and he's 14th. That tells you how tight the racing is going to be here tonight. Ryan Steele coming across the line. He's actually just finished his run. Steele at a 29.85. A little bit of a surprise there, as Ryan's towards the top of the charts in the points. In fact, let's get you a look at the point standings here. River Hayes is your points leader, sitting on 1,374 points. 11-11 for Jeffrey Stanton out of the Carolinas. He's going to be second in the standings. Manuel Paredes, Pablo Donoso, a couple of Chilean natives. Third and fourth in points. Brandon Buckberger is fifth in the point standings, but a long ways behind points leader River Hayes. Jeffrey Stanton should be fairly safe here unless he absolutely implodes in the second half of the season. But it is going to be a fantastic battle. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, even back to seventh place, Ryan Carwile. With that, qualifications are done. Let's get you the results from qualifying. Derek Love is your quick timer, 29.335 seconds. Mike McConville less than right about half a tenth back in the second position. Here is your starting grid for tonight's 67-lap feature here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Derek Love and Mike McConville will make up row number 1. Row number 2 will have Thomas Lewandowski and River Hayes, your current points leader. Good run for James Watson to pick up to the 5th position. He'll line up alongside Pablo Donoso, Wayne Hutchison, and Tyler Shattuck in row number 4. Row 5 will have, out of Central Europe, Laura Gerhardt, Andre Castro from New York. Row number 6, Kevin DeBello from New Jersey, and Manuel Paredes, again, one of our Chilean native drivers. Joseph Smith, Jeffrey Stanton in row number 7. A little bit of a surprise to see Stanton back there on the outside of row number 7. Vinny Sansone and Nate Ranke in row number 8. Brad Speedle and Brandon Buckberger in row 9. Simon Skies and Ryan Steele will complete the final row for tonight's Silver Crown feature event. Definitely some surprises here, a little bit deeper back in the field.
Get you a good look there at the number 15 of pole sitter Derek Love. River Hayes carrying the colors of one of our presenting sponsors for the night, McConey Setup Shop. I have to say a huge thank you to them for their support. Also, Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and Hot Shoe Racewear. We'll get you all the big sponsor reads and all that stuff in here in just a little bit, but first time visit here for the National Racing Network to Texas Motor Speedway. You can see how big and wide turn number 1 is. For how wide that corner is, these cars are going to be about planted to the white line on the bottom just about the entire night for this one. It's just the nature of the beast of how that corner seems to run. See the comment coming in here? I have no idea. I don't read or speak Spanish. El Luego. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the rest of your name there, but muchos saludos. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that. She's trying to get the Chilean flag there up on the screen. That's what the CLs are, by the way. Facebook doesn't like to translate some of that stuff real well here. 67 laps the distance tonight. You'll see all 20 cars on the timing tower throughout the evening. Field's going to make their way off of turn number 4. The pace car will duck in, and the field will be in the hands of Derek Love and Mike McConville. Quick to the accelerator is Derek Love. He's going to grab the early race lead. Top 5 all going to be single file as they head into turn number 1. Side-by-side battle. Going to be quickly claimed by Pablo Donoso over James Watson. Donoso's going to run the little bit higher lane. Just back behind these guys, Andre Castro, Wayne Hutchison going to go to battle here. Castro quickly around Hutchison. Oh, man, almost got into the back of Tyler Shattuck. That's aggressive early on here. Watson now going to follow Donoso inside of Thomas Lewandowski. That's the blue and black number 10 machine to the outside. A little bit of a wiggle there out of the 10 of Lewandowski. One of the important things tonight is going to be making sure you keep the tires on these things in a very, very big way. This battle's pretty good here. Everybody tight in at the front. Let's slide up here. Pick up the 15 of Derek Love. That's going to be the blue and white machine. Just ahead of Mike McConville. River Hayes runs third. Here's Castro looking to the inside of Pablo Donoso into turn number 1. Donoso may be hung out to dry here. These cars punch such a massive hole in the air. James Watson could be hung out, but everybody's going to file back towards the inside of the racetrack. Caution flag on the speedway. Yellow flag is out for the first time tonight here on lap number 4. Trouble on the racetrack looks like for Joseph Smith. Let's take a look here at the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Have things slowed down a little bit for you, so hopefully we can get a look at what's going on here. That 16 is the car we're trying to keep an eye on. Smith running up through the middle, 3 wide. Something tells me that's not going to go well on the exit of turn number 2. A little bit of a slide up the racetrack. Smith bunched in, contact. Oh, one car almost going over there. That looked like That may have been the 19. Actually, that was the 18 of Laura Gerhardt getting involved in that one as well. So we'll pick up the action here at the front of the field. Gerhardt and Smith both on the pit lane. Again, just kind of crazy early to be making the big run like that. Derek Love currently sitting 13th in points at 787 markers. A big points night tonight. Could potentially get him as high, maybe even as 10th place Connor Babel. And again, iRacing averages out your best starts of the week in a certain it basically counts a certain percentage of your best runs over the course of the week. So the more of these races you run, the better your points total is going to be, and everybody's going to sort of even out over the course of the season. However, the sprint cars, or the Silver Crown cars, only have maybe 2 to 3 sessions that go full official with the high strength of field. That's the other big key there, is you can get an official server up with only 8 or 9 cars, but you need to have the big, strong field, and that's what we have here tonight. Show you the license details on these drivers. How about 20 A licenses all the way around? iRatings running from the 7,500 of River Hayes down to about 2,900 for a couple of drivers, but a whole lot of high 3s and low 4s on the iRating here. Absolutely one of the most talented fields you'll see all week on the iRacing platform. Make sure you check in on the comments. Give the video a like and a share if you like what we're doing here. That's a way you can help us out. Doesn't even cost you a dime. The more interaction we have with you fine folks, the more Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and everybody else are going to decide to share the content out. I want to welcome everybody who's tuning in on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/National Racing Network. Lights are out on the iRacing safety car. They're going to make their way through turns 3 and 4 here. Once again, quickly back to the throttle is Derek Love. Trying to catch everybody sleeping. He opens up a little bit of a gap. James Watson going to be battling with Wayne Hutchison. They'll go side by side through 1 and 2. Watson, that neon splattered spectacular, number 39. Hutchison in the purple Dodge Bear, number 13. Actually, I think Hutchison may have the 8 on the car tonight. Yeah, he does have the number 8 on that machine tonight. Racing at the front of the field, starting to get pretty good here. They'll stay in line down the back. Straightaway top 4, all single file. Pablo Donoso on the outside. Here's James Watson looking to his inside. Donoso going to be hung out to dry there. Action heating up at the front here as well. Andre Castro looked outside. Now he's going to look inside. He'll claim the better positioning in the inside lane over Mike McConville. But Andre Castro up to position number 2 as they head down the back straightaway. And River Hayes going to try to get around McConville as well. Andre Castro not done yet. He wants the race lead through 1 and 2. He'll get the pass completed off the corner, and he's going to bring Mike McConville with him. River Hayes gets it up into the outside lane. He's going to try to tuck in behind Derek Love in the 15. Now Watson and Hayes going to fight side by side through the front quad oval. By far, this is the furthest forward we've seen James Watson in one of our broadcasted strength of field races this season. Big block by Wayne Hutchison on Tyler Shattuck down the back straightaway. Hayes trying to get a little bit of the side draft, but it's just not going to work. In fact, here comes Hutchison looking to the inside of Hayes through the quad oval. River Hayes down 2 spots from the drop of the green flag. Just back behind him, Tyler Shattuck, Thomas Lewandowski are battling in the high and higher lanes through turns 1 and 2. A little bit of a surprise to see the cars running that high up the racetrack. Definitely going to give up a lot of space. Donoso gets to the inside of Lewandowski. He gets that pass completed. River Hayes back on the tail tank of Hutchison down the back straightaway. Hutchison's now going to figure out which lane he wants to block the momentum of, with Shattuck looking to his outside. Even that car down on the inside has allowed him to open the gap back up here as River Hayes now going to fall in line. Shattuck tried to get in behind number 81, but not quite close enough. Now Pablo Donoso, Thomas Lewandowski going to fight. This is a fantastic battle. 6 back through 9th position. Just a little bit further forward, Derek Love inside of Mike McConville. That's the battle for second. Here comes James Watson. He's going to hold right up on the tail tank of Love into turn 1, almost making contact. McConville slots in line. Back behind that 39 machine. The Team Watson Racing fans out in force in the comments. Alec Coates showing him a little bit of love. Double GC checking in as well. Javiera Gonzalez saying, "Go Pablo." Thank you everybody for tuning in, giving some comments here. Miss Gonzalez also says, "I love you." I'm fairly certain she doesn't mean me. She's talking about Pablo, but one way or the other, everybody should share a little bit of love here on a beautiful Monday night. McConville looks inside of Watson. He'll pick up the spot and bring Wayne Hutchison with him. James Watson now, he's in the freight train line. Everybody's going to come around him. It's just a matter of where you find the hole in line. Hutchison does get clear of Watson. Let's see. River Hayes looks like he'll come past him as well. Is Tyler Shattuck going to fall in here into line? I think Watson might have enough of a hole there. Yep, he gets back down to the inside. Since he's getting some shout-outs here, let's show him up on the screen. There's Pablo Donoso. In the number 9 Cristal entry. Just ahead of Pablo, Nate Ranke and Thomas Lewandowski were starting to do battle just a little bit. Let's get back to the front, though. Lap 20 of 67 already on the scoreboard. This race absolutely flying by. Love slides up the racetrack just a little bit. That's all the hole that Mike McConville needed to slam that door wide open. He's going to look inside. Try to pick up that second position. Since he got to the front of the field, Andre Castro has been all but untouchable here. Basically able to open up the gap as he needs it, and the gap's going to organically grow with these cars running side by side. Just back in the pack a little bit here. The big shout out to the 3 of Vinny Sansone. He's up 8 spots from the drop of the green flag. Not the hard charger of the race. That honor would currently belong to race leader Andre Castro, but At the rate Sansone's making his way through the field, he's already now up 9 after coming past James Watson. He's going to be hunting for 10 here when he gets caught up to Wayne Hutchison. Race starting to develop a little bit of the feel of getting some laps logged, get to the end of the race, make sure the tires, especially the right sides, are going to be in good shape. Drivers talking about having to lift through turns 3 and 4 just a little bit, depending on how the cars are set up. You absolutely have to make a big compromise in terms of setup here at Texas. If you're going to be quick through 3 and 4, you're going to give up some time in turns 1 and 2. The inverse of that is equally as applicable. If you're going to be fast through 1 and 2, which is the theoretical longer of the two corners, your car's not going to be set up right to handle that extra banking in 3 and 4. McConville right up on the tail tank of Castro. He's going to get a great run down the back straightaway. Is he going to get any help in the draft? He does not. Snakes back in line. Eric Stout checking in, saying, let's go Team MSS. Thank you much for hanging out with us tonight, Eric. We appreciate it. Vinny Sansone is your new hard charger. He just came around Wayne Hutchison. Put himself up into the top 5. Fantastic drive tonight for Vinny Sansone. The James Watson fans, however, not going to be all that thrilled with the current performance of that number 39 machine, as he's now back to the 8th position. At the rate Vinny Sansone is coming, we may actually have a pretty decent battle for the lead here, because that car seems to work just about everywhere. River Hayes pulling out a line. One of the other things you do, you can't stay in line lap after lap after lap. You got to get some air into the radiators. You can overheat these cars, and that goes bad in a hurry. If you do have an overheating issue, motors will blow in a big way on these Silver Crown cars. Donoso runs Andre Castro running that defensive line into turn number 3. You'd think that might start to kind of cook the front right tire off of that car, because it does make it a sharper corner entry. We'll see how that one plays out here as we get a little bit deeper into this race. Lap 28 of 67 is on the scoreboard. 20 minutes on the clock. Not a timed race, but this one's ticking by in a big-time hurry. We're going to be at the halfway point here before too long. River Hayes comes around Derek Love. He picks up the 3rd position. Good second group of pack of cars starting to form up here. We'll cover that one in just a moment, depending on what the action looks like at the front of the field. Everybody's really starting to settle in here towards the front. Let's slide back, pick up that next group of cars. It's going to be led by Thomas Lewandowski, Pablo Donoso just back behind him. Jeffrey Stanton, Brandon Buckberger, and James Watson all going to be in this fight. Donoso running the middle lane through turns 3 and 4, brings it down to the tight apex in 4. Going to keep Jeffrey Stanton high and wide through the corners. James Watson now looking to his inside. Battle for the race lead just got pretty intense, and we'll get you the replay here in just a moment, but we've got a new race leader, Mike McConville, back to the front of the field. River Hayes looks inside of Castro as well. 32 of 67 on the board. Top 7 cars breaking away from the second main pack. Then back a little bit further, Manuel Paredes, Tyler Shattuck, Simon Sykes running pretty significantly away from the back of the pack. River Hayes thought about making the move up to the outside. Conville throws the block down the back straightaway. Castro may be falling off just a little bit here as that car is stuck on the outside. Derek Love not giving him a chance to get down to the inside. Put Love up to position number 3. Vinny Sansone going to try to step in that draft as well. Battle for the race lead into turn number 3. River Hayes to the inside of Mike McConville. About 3 wide off the corner. Power move by Castro up to the outside. He got it up into the outside retaining wall. That 3 wide battle is for the race lead. They head into turn number 1. Make the announcer guy look like a fool saying they're going to run the inside lane the whole way around this place. 3 full racing grooves now developing at Texas. Castro with a big move to the inside. He's going to get inside of River Hayes. Powers back to the race lead. Huge move by Andre Castro. Trouble on the racetrack for Jeffrey Stanton. We stay green just past the halfway point, but Stanton is now pit side. That is not what the number 2 man in points wanted to see. Double GC, this is absolutely bonkers. You have no idea, brother. They got the blood pressure coming up here in the broadcast booth, too. McConville holding off Derek Love. Seems like Castro and Hayes may be content to sit in and ride it out here a little bit. Jeffrey Stanton making his way back onto the racetrack. How about Nate Ranke? He's looking to the outside of Derek Love. Vinny Sansone's right with him. How about Ranke up 11 spots from the drop of the green? He's now your hard charger. And this battle for the lead's getting good once again. The numbers 1 and 2 denote the 2 highest I ratings in the event. Number 2, Andre Castro, is your race leader. Number 1, River Hayes, sits about a quarter of a second back. Mike McConville, Derek Love, Vinny Sansone, your top 5. 6 through 10, Nate Ranke, Wayne Hutchison, Joe Smith. Great recovery there for the 16 after his early issue. And James Watson, also Brandon Buckberger, completes the top 10. Ryan Steele, Brad Speedle, Kevin DeBello, Pablo Donoso, Thomas Lewandowski through 15th. Manuel Paredes, Tyler Shattuck, Simon Sykes back to the 18th position. All the cars on the lead lap. Jeffrey Stanton and Laura Gerhardt, both on track, but multiple laps down. Front pack is settled down. Let's pick up this second pack of cars, led by Joseph Smith. He's going to run a little bit higher lane on corner entry. James Watson starting to catch back up to him, and he's going to bring Brandon Buckberger with him. One car may have clipped the infield grass just a little. Watson looks to the inside. Again, Smith running just a little bit higher lane through the corners. Now Watson looks like he may be able to clear Smith because he's going to have the help from Brandon Buckberger just behind him. Ryan Steele looks to the outside, falls back in line. Good run by Smith, though. When you run that high lane, you're going to carry a ton of momentum through the corners. Already lap 42 on the scoreboard. In fact, it's going to be 43 here in just a moment. One caution on lap number 4. We've been clean and green since the restart on lap number 7. Tell you what, hope they can keep it that way, but 3 wide down the back straightaway. That's one good way to get the caution flags flying again. Let's head back to the front of the field here. Andre Castro holding on to the race lead over River Hayes. Mike McConville, Derek Love, Vinny Sansone, Nate Ranke all going to be battling in that fight for the 3rd position. Love looks to the inside. Sansone doesn't go with them. McConville holds on to 3rd. Great charges through the field here for Vinny Sansone and Nate Ranke. Up 10 spots from their qualifying times. Wayne Hutchison starting to get caught into this fight as well. I mentioned it before, but these cars punch such a massive hole in the air that you're going to feel the draft from even potentially here at Texas, a second and a half, maybe even 2 seconds back. You'll start to get a little bit of a toe. Slide back, we'll pick up the second group as they are all side by side. James Watson at the front of that group. Buckberger looking to the inside. Ryan Steele to the outside. He's going to have Brad Speedle just behind him. Man, the racing is good. 2 fantastic packs of race cars battling out here at Texas Motor Speedway. Next time by, it'll be 20 laps to go for the race leaders. Coming back to the front, as we mentioned, 20 laps to go. Andre Castro holding on to the lead over River Hayes. Lap traffic may come into play here. That's Jeffrey Stanton just ahead of the race leaders. Hayes tucks out a line, gets a little bit of air into the front of that machine. Slides down, though. That's going to bottle up McConville. Derek Love had to get a little bit of brakes. Stanton way up against the outside save for barrier, staying clear of the race leaders. Castro covers the inside lane, but River Hayes with a fantastic run off the corner. Just not able to do anything with it in 3 and 4. Almost feels like these drivers are having to set passes up a lap to a lap and a half in advance. You really got to try to time out where your run's going to come and hope you get some drafting help. River Hayes able to slide back in line. The same is not true for Derek Love. He falls back to the 5th position. Vinny Sansone up to 4th. That great drive forward continuing for the pilot of the number 3. See if Hayes gets any drafting help here from McConville. He does get the shove down the straightaway. The corner just tightens off so quickly that he has to fall back in line. Once again, Castro covers the inside lane. Here comes McConville looking inside of River Hayes down the back straightaway. Vinny Sansone now going to work on McConville. He wants to get up on the podium tonight. McConville with a big block, but it may not matter. Sansone with a great run off of turn number 2. He's going to have the good spot to the inside, almost dipped the line down onto the apron. Sansone's going to get the big shove from Derek Love. Vinny Sansone now up to the 3rd position. Nate Ranke tried to get inside of McConville, wasn't close enough to make that one work. The 2 race leaders are absolutely loving seeing this. Castro and Hayes want to settle it amongst themselves, but they may not get to decide that one because here comes Sansone, Love, and McConville. They're going to bring Ranke and Hutchison with them. Fantastic race so far for the C&R Silver Crown cars. Andre Castro has been absolutely fantastic running that defensive line. It really took River Hayes being very, very aggressive in grabbing the lead from him. He's going to do it again here, looking into turn number 1. Hayes has that preferred position. Castro going to keep running the middle lane. Now he slides back down inside. New race leader off at 2, River Hayes. Hayes pushed up towards the outside wall. That opens the door for Castro. He's going to reclaim the top spot. You almost wonder if Hayes wants to be in second here with a couple of laps to go. It'll be 10 to go this time by the start-finish line. Hayes thought about the big dive bomb move into 3, but wasn't quite close enough to make the attempt at it. He's going to get the big run down the straightaway. Lap traffic is going to come into play. Should be the 12 of Simon Sykes. Looks like Sykes is going to move, well, I thought he was going to move up against the outside wall. Leader's not quite close enough to really need him to move out of the way. That may not be the case, though, by the time they get to turn number 1. Oh, and Sykes going to run the preferred line, too. That's going to back everybody up. Actually, that is Simon Sykes. He now goes a lap down. But that's bunched the top 4, top 5 up now in a very big way. Here's McConville looking to the inside. He's got to fall back in line, but it's going to give Nate Ranke a shove to the outside. See if who's going to help whom and when does it come here. Castro covers the inside lane off once again. River Hayes going to stay right on his tail tank. Ooh, big wiggle for McConville. He got up into Ranky, forced Ranky into the outside lane. Doesn't lose too much momentum. Derek Love wants a piece of the action at the front. He's inside of River Hayes into 3. Has Derek Love been saving tires this whole time? We'll see. 5-finger salute at the start-finish line. 5 circuits remaining here at Texas Motor Speedway. Hayes looks to the outside, cuts off the momentum of McConville and Ranky. Is the big move going to come, and when do you make it? If you're Derek Love, what about River Hayes? He's been very quick all night and right at the pointy end of the field. Same can be said for Mike McConville. Been a fantastic run for the 17. Here comes Ranky looking to the inside. The action starting to heat up here at Texas. It'll be 3 to go this time by the start-finish line. Andre Castro holding a 1/10 of a second lead. We'll call it half a car length into turn number 1. Hayes is right there as well. The shootout is coming here. Two laps to go this time by for Andre Castro. Seems like Love can get right up on the tail tank, but just not close enough. He might have to make the big move into turn number 3. Really dive it all the way down to the apron to try to get the pass completed. This time by, white flag is in the air. 1 to go at Texas. Can Derek Love get around Andre Castro? The 2 has been the master of covering the inside lane. Here it comes, all the way to the inside of the racetrack. They make contact down the back straightaway. Through turns 3 and 4. Love tried to make it happen, just not enough time. Checkered flag in the air. Andre Castro picks up the win in the Silver Crowns here at Texas. River Hayes, Derek Love, Mike McConville, Nate Ranky, your top 5. What a finish here at Texas. Oh my goodness. Donuts for everybody, courtesy of Andre Castro. He's banging it off the pit wall. He is absolutely going to burn that piece to the ground. There's the front end off of it. What a run for Andre Castro. Let's get your final results here. By 1/10 of a second, Castro picks up the win over Derek Love. River Hayes comes home 3rd. Mike McConville 4th. Nate Ranky in the 5th position. 6th to Vinny Sansone. 7th belongs to Wayne Hutchison. 8th, Thomas Lewandowski. 9th, Joseph Smith. And rounding out your top 10 is Brandon Buckberger. James Watson comes home 11th. Kevin DeBello 12th. Pablo Donoso in the 13th position. 14th to Brad Speedle. Ryan Steele comes home 15th. Manuel Paredes is 16th. Tyler Shattuck 17th. Simon Sykes 18th. Jeffrey Stanton and Laura Gerhart complete the field. Both Stanton and Gerhart having pretty significant issues. we'll take a look here and see who we can find around the world of iRacing Discord servers. Try to get some interviews for you here. Looks like we don't have any of our top 3 available for an interview tonight, which is really a shame because that was a heck of a race all the way around. But, man, what a fantastic night of racing here in the Silver Crown Cup from Texas Motor Speedway. The teammates still absolutely blowing each other up on the front straightaway. That's fantastic. Looks like Andre Castro may have finally grenaded that machine in a big way. But that will wrap up our coverage here from Texas. Before we mosey on out of here, got to make sure we get all the big thank yous in, including to Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. They're your one-stop shop for the best in floor coatings and treatments. Everything from epoxy floorings to custom designs and your own artwork in the finished product. Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey has you covered. Find them on Facebook at Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Hot Shoe Racewear is your source for the best in screen printing, embroidery, and sublimation. Whether it's racewear, workwear, or streetwear, Hot Shoe Racewear has you covered. Find out more online at hotshoeracewear.com and make sure you tell them that NRN sent you. The McConey Setup Shop is your home for iRacing setups and the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports, fielding the number 46 and 90 in the Coca-Cola iRacing Series with Jimmy Mullis and Zach Novak. With everything from the Legends to the Cup cars, they've got you covered. Dirt setups for late models, modifieds, midgets, and wing sprints are available as well. Head on over to McConeySetupShop.com today. You can't beat the best, so don't settle for the rest. Whole lot of fun coming up here for the iRacing Silver Crown Cup next week. We head to the Lady in Black Darlington Raceway, another absolutely unique challenge for these cars. Follow that up with trips to Dover International Raceway and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Those are going to be 3 absolutely fantastic races. Cannot wait to cover those. Coming up here on the National Racing Network, we will have, tomorrow night, sprint car action. Round number 7 of their series. On Thursday night, the PM18 Indy Pro 2000 official series will air at 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, the return of the high side hustle after a week of hijinks in Nashville and Bristol, Tennessee. Bert and Adam will be back on the air regaling us in their tales of fun and frivolity and probably some stories that may be better left off the air. Sunday night, we have the High Slide Cup Series. That race will air at 8 p.m. Eastern Time Sunday night. And finally, live real-world racing from the Linda Speedway in Jonestown, Pennsylvania this Friday night. The video cameras are coming out for this one, the Erman Folk Memorial. 600s, 270s, Legends cars. That one's going to be a fun night of racing as well. You don't want to miss any of it right here on the National Racing Network. But with that, we'll wrap up our coverage for this evening. Thank you all very much for tuning in. We appreciate you spending part of your Monday with us. For everybody here at NRN, my name's Chris Graham. Have a great night.